So, I'm here with Siobhan, and today we are going to be talking about your experience working in STEM as a woman. So, I found it really interesting actually that you began your career, you did a degree in textiles, and then you did a master's in philosophy, and from there you've moved to technology, so I'm really interested to find out a bit more about that.
Yeah, so that wasn't ever the journey that I thought I'd have. When I was kind of early teens, around 12, I always thought I was going to work in interiors. I used to really love this show my age a little bit, called Changing Rooms. And it was all about how they go in over the space of an episode and they transform someone's home into a space that felt more like theirs and reflected them. And I just loved that sense of people either living or working in spaces that really resonated with them and where they could experience really great design. So that was the path that I wanted to follow, which is kind of how I ended up studying textiles. But when it came time to kind of get a job after finishing my degree, I didn't have an industry experience, and I couldn't get a job because I didn't have that experience, which meant I then kind of took a slightly different path and was working in education for a few years.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I then decided to go back and study again. I decided to study philosophy because I was working with young children. They were doing philosophy.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, well, if 3-year-olds can be asked answering these big life questions, what might I say about it?
3-year-olds in philosophy, so that seems quite young as well to me.
Yeah, but they have these really clear-cut ideas, and they're really resolute in their opinions. And I thought that's quite interesting. I'm not sure how I would answer those questions myself.
Yeah.
And when I was doing my philosophy masters, they had a community course there to learn kind of basic coding for female students, and I went along to that and was really shocked by how much parallels there were with other parts of my life, so kind of the creative aspect of the front end, making something that looks good, and then the philosophy tables that we had for like logic and kind of establishing truth were exactly the same as truth tables that I was doing Ruby back then. So I thought, okay, there's a bit more to this than I thought there was, and that's what really piqued my interest, and I kind of just stayed interested in around the tech space from then on, and eventually found my way into the job that I have now through an internship.
Okay, that's amazing. You never think that those two things could all be linked in such ways, but also, I mean, personally, I never think of coding as creative, but like you say, with the front end, it really can be.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess it can be what you make it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you say you're passionate about people switching into technology from other sectors, which you've clearly experienced yourself as well. So yeah, why are you so passionate about that? What does that reflect in the technology industry, maybe?
I just think that technology is increasingly touching so many different parts of our lives and so many different parts of the globe. And I think we still don't know how far it's going to go and what's to come. They're talking about jobs for young people in the future. We don't even know what some of those might be. They're not even created yet. So I think the possibilities are really endless. And in order to explore those possibilities in depth, we really need people that think differently, come from different backgrounds, have different experiences, and have different things to bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely.
And particularly when you're maybe working on technology solutions for health, you maybe have someone that's got a background in health that then understands the kind of programming side of things. They've got a different set of contexts and a different understanding of what some of the problems might be.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a really interesting kind of alignment there as well.
No, that makes sense. It definitely makes sense. When you think about it like that, it doesn't make sense to have people working in technology and then people working in different jobs and there not ever being any crossover. Because of course there is crossover, and in the companies there's definitely crossover. So it makes sense to have that, and bringing different experiences to the table is always valuable. So
and one thing I love to always say about technology is at the heart of it is really about people.
Yeah.
Because people build it and people use it most times, whether they're using it kind of to help in a business sense or there's a product or service at the end of it that's reaching a customer. So it's really about having as many different people being part of that process as possible.
Yeah, definitely. So having said that, there is an advantage to working in technology for that people aspect. Is there any other advantage you find working in technology? I mean, you said you went for an internship, but you couldn't find that with the textiles industry perhaps, or so is that?
I think we know that there's kind of an issue in terms of representation in the technology industry, and we're working to kind of make that better.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, there's all of these different opportunities that are coming up, to really meet people with different ideas and find ways to bring them into the industry. So for my example, I now work at Light, and how I started out doing that was through an internship in partnership with an organisation called BlackGirlsTech. And that was a 3-month paid opportunity to learn, for a black woman to learn how to code and hopefully apply for her first developer job. And that was how I got into what I'm doing now, and potentially without that opportunity I wouldn't be where I am in the space right now. And that was an opportunity I didn't have. It was, you know, coming to wanting to work in textiles, it was, you had industry experience. My first role, kind of after my internship, I then applied for a job at Light, and that started out with a dedicated apprenticeship, which was a period of time for me to really learn the skills that were going to help me be successful when I then go on to clients as a consultant and work building solutions for them. So it's kind of really baked into kind of some of that commitment to sharing knowledge and continued learning. And now that we've kind of got that, not under our belts, but we've got that experience. We've been doing that for over 10 years. It's now something that we have to share with other companies. So we do customer services where we can help companies to develop their own kind of relationships. And really understand what that looks like for them, and how they can build that, and how they can support people through mentorship and apprenticeship to kind of gain the skills and help their businesses to continue to grow as well. And then another thing that we have is we have what we call Light University. So where we have afternoons where we have a speaker, you know, on a topic, and we invite people in from the public to really kind of come and gain some of that knowledge and get to know each other as well as get to know us, and that's kind of how we build relationships as well.
That's really
Lots of different ways that companies can think about kind of really supporting people from different backgrounds. So for example, with the internship, as I mentioned, we worked quite closely in the London office with BlackGirlsTech and thinking about, you know, how do we create a program that's going to support a black female to learn how to code and gain that confidence. And I think a lot of that stuff was already there, a lot of that understanding and experience around teaching and mentoring. So we find that in the way that we're really committed to supporting people in learning and looking at bringing people in for kind of their potential and who they are, as opposed to maybe some other spaces where they might think more about, these are the skills you have to have right now. It's more about, here are the skills that we know you can develop, and we're going to help you develop those. You will tend to get more people that tend to be underrepresented, that feel more supported by that environment.
Ask next as well, what is your experience of the ratio of men to women that attend these classes? I know from our own experience, we run Scala workshops every month, and generally the attendance is more male than female, but we know that community is there. So I just wondered what your thoughts or what your experience is like with that.
I think it can depend on the topic of the workshop and classes. So I know that, again, kind of my experiences around the London office, we do amazing things in our American offices as well. So as I say, we do ALU, Light University, there quite often. But in my experience of what I've seen in the London office, so we've done things like we've hosted Code First Girls, workshops, we've done Code Bar, we've also done ALU in our own offices. I think it can sometimes depend on the topic. That maybe sometimes when it might feel more technical.
So Siobhan, could you just tell me a bit about your experience working as a full stack developer as a woman?
So I graduated kind of October last year, so I've been a full stack developer for about a few months, about 5 or so months now. And in that time I've kind of been on 2 clients. So first client, I was kind of really shadowing the team and getting a bit of experience of what it was like being on site, and then I've joined a newer team more recently. And what I noticed when I went onto my first client project was that the newness of that experience kind of reduced my confidence a little bit in terms of, like, you know, here I am going into this space where they're looking to us for some of the solutions, and if someone asks me a question that I don't know the answer to, how do I deal with that? And particularly going into a team that was a bit more established, they had a relationship with the client already. What I noticed in the first few days was in stand-up, there'd kind of be an expectation of my colleagues to say something, but not so much of myself. And I realised quite quickly that if I didn't kind of maybe speak and kind of that kind of situation could kind of repeat itself and continue and be reinforced. So I challenged myself to make sure I said something and stand up or asked a question. So when we had our planning meetings or we had stand up, I tried to make sure I said something. If I'd been pairing with a colleague, and I would say, you know, yesterday we paired on this ticket, here's what we did, and how we worked on that, and then opened it to them to say, did I miss anything? And what I found quite quickly was that they would then start to expect me to say something and stand up, and I felt much more comfortable because I felt like I was present as part of the team for the client as well. So that was just something that I picked up on, which I will take forward and then push that I go into now, rather than kind of following my inclination not to say something, find something, you know, when it's meaningful and it's relevant, say something and kind of just be part of that team as much as possible.
Yeah, that's really great advice as well, actually. So why do you think there are a lack of women in STEM or in technology industry?
So I think there's a few factors which feed into that. A lot of them are ones that maybe aren't as new to us when we kind of talk about the inclusion and diversity within technology. We know that typically less women are kind of studying computer science degrees, so if companies are sourcing entirely from those who are graduates of computer science, that pool is much more reduced, which is why companies now are kind of more readily looking at how they can do graduate schemes for graduates from different subjects, or internships or apprenticeships, that kind of on-the-job training, to really help to break down that barrier of you need to have all of this technical context and skill first before we'll employ you. Actually, we know that you can gain that whilst we teach you, and actually we really want people that are dedicated to wanting to do that. And that opportunity to grow can be much more supportive for women, kind of feeling like, yeah, okay, I'm going to apply for this and go into this space where I can learn together with someone. I think there is also a lot around narrative and around kind of the ideas behind who are the types of people that go into these careers and thrive. So we know that in 60s, 70s, there were a lot more women that were working in STEM, that were specifically with technology, studying computer science, and then that swiftly declined. That was around about the same point that computers started going into the home, and started kind of thinking about, but also looking at films and games around about that time. There was this narrative of who was the person that worked on computers and had this technical context. You know, they were this, technically skilled person that saves the world and gets the girl.
Superhero like.
Or games were kind of very much more targeted towards the male field of kind of like shoot 'em ups and things like that, that maybe women weren't as inclined towards. And so they kind of shifted away from that, and this, alongside those narratives being pulled towards male perspectives. So we've seen that has impacted the number of women that think it's a career for them and maybe even kind of have that interest and apply it. And now we're at the point where we're kind of trying to shift that narrative back to kind of say there are all types of people that work in STEM, and really encouraging kind of people from different backgrounds into doing maybe better on the science and medicine side of things. We're starting to see more female engineers now as well. So it's coming back. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, like maybe myself naively, I have sort of that preconception in my head that to be in a programmer or to be a coder or something like that, you do need a computer science degree, and it's not really an option to do a course in coding, but obviously that's completely wrong, and that's what you've done, you've changed the sort of industries, and I think that's maybe a misconception for a lot of people. But like you say, you can definitely gain the skills outside of that degree.
And I think, thinking about working with people and really understanding people's needs, there's more of a shift towards what's people's enthusiasm for solving problems, what their enthusiasm for working together with others. The technical side of things can be taught. You can teach on a computer science degree over 4 years. You can teach some of those initial principles over a few months, and you can continue to gain that context because you're going to always continue and keep learning when it comes to coding and programming. So it's really about hiring people for their skill sets and their aptitude, rather than specifically them having to have that full technical knowledge before they can kind of go into those careers.
Yeah, definitely. I think groups such as Coding for Black Females and, you know, Girls Who Code and things like that are just so great, and you had that as part of your journey, and you're now in the leadership team there. So do you think that more groups like this will encourage women to go into STEM or go into tech, sorry?
Joining Coding Black Females, I joined them kind of towards the end of last year, I would say, and I joined the leadership team at the start of this year. And I think the thing that I grasped quite quickly joining them was there were so many more black women working in STEM than I thought beforehand.
Yeah.
I would go to events or look at conferences and not really see very many people like myself there, and it seemed to be that, you know, I was one of a few or one of the only.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to have groups like those because it changes the perspective of what you think is possible, of where you can kind of see yourself going to in a path that you see that's been trodden by someone and has been successful, and you can think maybe that's a path I could take, or I can forge my own path, but it's possible to do.
Yeah.